Okay, so this is Void Rivals 29. This is the penultimate part of the Quintesson War. For some reason I had trouble getting on this one. My comic shop only had the two, like 1 in 20s and 1 in 25, like the 30 quid one and the 12.99 one for about a week. So whether or not there was a shipping problem, I don't know. But for some reason we always seem to get either a G.I. Joe or a Void Rivals like a week late anyway. So that didn't help. So I'm a little bit behind, so I'm sorry about that. So we see here that Vector Theta is apparently being talked to, and apparently is going to be resurrecting Zerta back to her full status. So we'll see what happens there. No mention of the big guy that's supposed to be coming out, which is interesting. Meanwhile, on the surface, our Cobra lass, which I can never remember her name, she's running around trying to chase after the ship, and meets up with the warrior guy from Solder's side. Meanwhile, on the other side, his dad is leading his armies, and it's not going great. It's like they are no, there's no mercy. The old adjudicator thing pops up and says, "Oh, you need to survive," and that's quite some quite good thing in here saying about, "Oh, yeah, I'm in my position of authority. I have come to terrify and slaughter and kill most of you." And it's like, nope, we're not having that. So off they go. So they start smashing the hell out of it. Although not particularly effectively, admittedly enough. So the pilot chap comes down with a ship and basically smashes into this thing. And there's a massive explosion. But he says, "Oh, there's not much done there, not damage-wise." So he gets knocked out. Apparently they're going to try and upgrade themselves by injecting themselves with energy, like they did last time. But yeah, it doesn't happen. He gets knocked out, and apparently he finds himself waking up next to his dad. So obviously his dad survived. What happened to everybody else? Who knows? Meanwhile, he grabs hold of the Cobra Lass's cloak, and she's like not having any of it. They sees this little bug thing, and the other lass from Cobra is there, from Cobra La. So it's weird because again, when you think, yeah, these appear obviously appear quite alien. These are the people that Cobra Commander grew up with. These are his people, as it were. So the idea that they kind of look really comfortable in space is quite interesting. So Cobra Commander in space, G.I. Joe in space fighting this kind of stuff doesn't quite sit well, in their kind of the way they do stuff. But one lot of characters removed, and it kind of works pretty nicely. Um, so anyway, yeah, so they are quite happy. The Sharkticons and the other, what these things are called. It's just I don't know what this is. There was an alligator transform, wasn't there? And I can't for the life of me, and that looks just like that. So whether or not it is, I don't know. Anyway, the big warrior chappie's kicking the crap out of stuff. Solder's there and all helping out. Meanwhile, back on the flagship, we have this guy, obviously made famous from the Transformers movie, and he takes him to the tribunal, and the tribunal is going to judge them guilty or innocent. And of course, he judges them innocent, and they go in innocent. Um, but it doesn't say freedom to the Sharkticons, which is a real shame, because obviously that's a classic. That's the classic, and I love that bit in the movie. So yeah, so in they go. Now the picky one in me is, I swear to God that that platform in the thing is bigger, because obviously last time it had hot rod and cup on it, and they probably wouldn't fit. You might get one on there. Apart from that, it's fine. But of course, it could be a different ship, so that's also fine as well. So, but yeah, really like this kind of introduction back to these, seeing the Quintessons do the stuff that Quintessons do. So that's really cool. Now, where we go from here, I have no clue whatsoever. We've obviously got issue 6, part 6 of this coming up. G.I. Joe, we've just had the End of the Universe special for Free Comic Book Day, so I should hopefully have one of those soon enough. We have that was last week's. May 13th, which is next week, is Transformers. And then May 20th, we're back to G.I. Joe, and I've got no idea who that is in G.I. Joe because it's not Doctor Strange. Um, so yeah, and then a little bit of preview of Mask, which again, I haven't read it because I'm waiting for the actual thing itself. I'm assuming this is the first couple of pages, so I'm just going to wait till the actual thing itself. Artwork wise, though, it was pretty nice, so that's going to be good. Interested to see where that goes and if how kind of like separated from the rest of the Ninja universe it's going to be, whether it's just going to be its own thing, where it's just going to be Mask and Venom knocking the crap out of each other for the entire time, or we're going to have crossovers with a Transformer that joins up with them, like we have with G.I. Joe or whatever. I don't know. So far, apart from Solar's transformation, we also have stayed away from the Transformers problem of having 3 or 4 characters all transform into new versions of themselves. That hasn't happened here yet. We'll see what happens, obviously, as we go. The odd shaking up the status quo thing is fine. But obviously, theoretically, we've got a giant robot appearing and possibly a Unicron level threat coming up this ring that's around the planets. So, there's plenty of time for weird stuff to happen. So we shall see. But all in all, yeah, decent book. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing how this resolves itself in this storyline. So very, very cool. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all I'll say about this one so far. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.